Hey y'all, what's up? It's TND and welcome to another episode of TND Won't Shut Up,
where we discuss and debate relationship topics from a healthy couple's perspective.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel for weekly discussions and share with a friend or two.
Or three.
Or four.
Or five.
Or six.
How you doing today, baby?
I am doing great, y'all. We just got done recording our second episode of the Healthy Relationship series, so make sure you check that out. And we also mentioned that we do have a goal to meet. You want to share our goal, baby?
Yep. Our goal is to get a total of 50 subscribers by the end of April. So we're only looking at, I think, 19 subscribers.
We're at 31 subscribers. Thank you to everyone that subscribed. We do get a lot of views, but we don't get a lot of people who click on subscribe. So help us out to meet this goal and just hit subscribe. Thank you so very much.
Yes. So what are we discussing today, baby?
Today we are discussing Ready to Love, Season 9, Episode 9, Tommy's Getaway, Part 1.
Yes, and apparently if it's a Part 1, there's a Part 2, so maybe it's going to be drama-filled.
Yeah, it's going to be drama-filled. I'm so excited, y'all. We are recording as we go, so tune in.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so the episode starts and it's already looking juicy. All right, so it starts off. Patrice is actually the driver in her Sprinter van, which is amazing advertisement. So go Patrice for advertising. Let's clap for her. Yes. So she's driving her Sprinter van with almost everybody in there. I don't remember who was in there, but it's a lot of people. And then Chaz is also driving. And I remember he has Mika, LaRon, and Vanessa in the car with him. And they have a conversation about, Mika asks, do you think people are possessive over their connection? And Vanessa says her connection, which she's referring to Chaz, is not possessive over her. So that was like signs into kind of creeping into what we're about to get into.
Yeah.
So they get to the house. The house is so beautiful. It's like two houses in one type of thing. And Patrice and Maya is fighting over one room, and Chaz and William fights over another room. It was so funny, but Patrice ended up winning and claiming her spot in that room. And then Chaz, I don't know who won. Chaz fell on the floor, but it was funny. Nonetheless, what happened next, baby?
So basically, Chaz, when he walks into the house, big hug with Rashina.
Yes,
that was. And you know, honestly, I really didn't know he was connected with Rashina like that. I guess I was missing something. I thought him and Vanessa were easily at the top.
I did
as
too.
far as their connection.
And clearly he told her that because she said that.
Yeah, but but then he walks in the house and hugs Rashina that way, and then says, his top connections are Vanessa and Rashina, and he got to just kind of see how things play out.
Yeah, but he said his top connections are Vanessa and Rashina, but he's also feeling out Mika right now.
He's feeling everybody. How about that?
Did you see that hug he gave Patrice?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Holding hands and all that. Yep.
So what was he doing on the bed with Mika?
Oh, man. So he gets on that bed, and if you actually look closely in the mirror, Vanessa was in there. She saw him hop on that bed, but then she started to walk out, and at that point, Chaz starts holding Mika's hands, not thinking Vanessa would turn around, and she happened to turn around right at that time. And you know what, Vanessa, one thing I'll give her, I think we all agree that she's a mature woman. She's observant of different things. I don't think she's about the BS,
Yes.
So, she probably already has some doubts coming into this, how Chaz would behave. And look, it took, 10 minutes, 15 minutes up in that house for her to start seeing things.
Exactly. So what did he say when he was holding Mika's hand? He said something about Vanessa, and then he stopped. He was about to say something about Vanessa.
I do not know. If somebody knows, throw it in the comments.
He said something like, Vanessa says and he got cut off because Vanessa walked in.
Yeah.
And then they were walking down the stairs, and because he followed Vanessa out, right?
Right.
And then she said, I just thought you claimed your room. No big deal.
Right.
Vanessa's, hopefully, we just starting watching this, and I'm hoping that she's smart. And she's not going to let this man play her because he's playing.
In my opinion, she should already be ready to make a decision.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, so the camera pans over to the next scene, and they're out playing volleyball. And Tommy comes in, escorted by a beautiful yacht. Was that a yacht?
No.
What was it?
A little speedboat.
Oh, it looks like a yacht. A little yacht. A mini yacht. Nonetheless, Tommy comes in a little speedboat, like T likes to say it. And he basically comes talk to everyone. He's saying, the power's in the lady's hands again, which I'm surprised because they just eliminated Dominique last week. So I assumed that it was going to be a lady going home, but no, it's a man going home again. And he basically has said, have fun, and then he leaves. And then, you want to talk about Chaz? And
yeah but they pan over to Vanessa sitting at the bar on her 5th drink. Clearly, she is in her feelings about what she observed, you know, and rightfully so. Mm-hmm. I mean, you this is your top connection. He was talking this and that, but we know he got the gift of gab, so that shouldn't be surprising. But she probably thought that, you know, he kind of solidified her as the number one connection, and there wasn't going to be all this flirting and all this stuff. And within 15 minutes, look what she's observing, you know?
Yeah, really fast. So it just shows that he's just all talk.
Yes.
You know?
So anyway, you know, they have a little sidebar conversation. She doesn't want any part of it.
Like, she's like,
not answering questions, this, that, and the other. And you know, what's interesting is that approach that she took, it kind of took Chaz off his game a little bit. He didn't really know how to answer certain things. You know, she had asked him the question about who you sleeping with. And, you know, rather than just say, yeah, I'm sleeping with you, you know that, boom, whatever.
He asked her who she was sleeping with.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And then she was like, I think we should sleep separately.
Yeah, and a good answer.
Yeah, I think that was an amazing answer. You're not going to play me.
Yes. And also, it's going to test him. Where's he going to sleep? Is he going to end up in there with Mika or Patrice or whoever, you know? So she's observing right now, and that's what she needs to be doing. But in the end of that conversation, she basically put the ball in his court and said, look, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really have the connections. You have the connections. You're the one that's going to have to navigate. I like a leader. Let's see what you do.
Exactly. Go ahead, Vanessa. I like that.
Yes.
All right. Let's keep it moving.
All right. So next scene, they pan quickly to LaRon and Mika. You know, they playing ping pong, doing their thing. They seem like they was having a good time, but you know, it's nothing but friend vibes there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Mika said a while back that, you know, she looks at LaRon just like a friend. Then Justin was talking to Rashina for a little bit. They was talking about jet skiing. I guess Rashina can't swim. A lot of
I still get friend vibes from that too.
It's friend vibes.
Yeah.
I wasn't seeing anything there.
Me too.
Right? But then we end up back in the house, and wow, I didn't expect what was coming. So Alonzo said, you know, energy was off, something was going on, and I wasn't picking up on that. Were you?
I wasn't, but we only see a few minutes of the whole day.
Right. So anyway, Alonzo felt like they should have a group meeting.
LaRon called the group meeting.
Yes. And then, you know, LaRon took lead on that group meeting. Mm-hmm. And apparently he felt the need to lay some ground rules. And, you know, I got to be honest with you, I don't like LaRon too much for different reasons. I actually think what he said was valid, right? You know, this process is not about alliances, grouping up to get people out. You know, it's fair game. Everyone's on their own, right? And what you establish for yourself and can eventually result in your success or your elimination,
right?
You know, and that's how it should be.
Right.
So I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, I didn't know that LaRon was also going to use the platform to blow William up, and so and he sure did blow him up. And you know what? I'm okay with it. You know, of course, would I have handled it that way? No, I would have talked to him one-on-one. That's just how I handle things, but everything he said was valid. You know, if everything is true, I don't care if it's out of context or not. Those few messages prove that he was influenced by Will, of all people, to, you know, start conspiring to get Koshia out of there. And that's, to me, that's lame. Yeah. And, you know, William, I think he had a couple connections, a couple things going on, but let me tell you, he took a lot of steps back.
Yeah, even Maya said that, you know, he was her top connection, and now she's gotta rethink some things because she didn't like that he was in an alliance. Absolutely. I honestly felt that was just a cop out for her, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it could have been, but you know,
it is a turn off for me too.
After seeing,
but I would have to have a conversation rather than just say, you know, I'm done. You know, it's a cop. I don't know. I feel like she didn't like him. I felt like she didn't like him anyway. So
yeah, I saw Maya in the preview hugging LaRon. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what Maya's thinking about. You know, and that coupled with her ex too. Right. You know, a lot of things throw me off about Maya. But at the end of the day, she's only 30. So you know. But anyway, I think William really set himself back.
Right.
Mika walked out. I guess Mika even said something like, "Yo, how could Will influence this dude?" You know?
Yeah. How y'all let Will influence y'all?
Yeah. So Yeah, so I'm okay with everything that went down. It was a little messy, a little dramatic, but I like that the ground rules were laid, and now we're going to see how things progress.
Yeah. Yep. And so in the next scene, we have Maya and Mika in the room just talking about the incident that just went down. It was basically saying, I can't believe that they allow another man to influence your decisions and so on, and they don't like drama. And in comes William knocking on the door. Doom, doom, doom. And he's like, can I talk to Maya for a moment? And Mika's like, sure, let me get my stuff. So I love that the ladies are getting along so far. These ladies like they really get along, really.
No, that's so the men actually.
Yeah, the men like the drama kings. But yeah, so he has a conversation with Maya and basically trying to redeem himself, saying that, you know, he's not in the drama. You know, the screenshots are going to look like it is, but without the context. And he's basically saying, basically told Maya he's been talking to her about everything that's been going on throughout the whole thing, so she should be informed.
She wasn't buying it.
I don't know if she's buying it, to be honest. Maya looks turned off. Big time. He was like, are we still good? She's like, we're still good. And she was like, all right, I'm going to go let you shower. And that hug was not hugging, y'all.
And when a woman got to tell you, okay, just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
that was cringy. But that hug was not right. You seen that hug, baby?
Yeah.
It was like a little side church hug, nothing sexy, flirtatious, nothing like somebody you want to love and hug. Like, he wasn't even getting the Chaz hug. Them Chaz hugs look good. All those ladies hug Chaz like he is their man, right, babe? So, he didn't even get that kind of hug.
So now William is broke, a snitch. All right, he's heading to the bottom of the pack.
He's broke. He got 3 kids, 2 divorces, and he a snitch. Ooh, I have a feeling he's gonna be at the bottom, baby. You think he's gonna be at the bottom?
He's headed there real fast.
Damn.
All right, so now everybody's out on the water. Looks like everybody's having a good time. It seemed like a whole vibe.
We need to have a getaway like that.
I can't wait till the season changes.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah. But Justin ends up, you know, he couldn't get on that jet ski with Rashina, but apparently Mika was willing to do it. And, you know, they get out there. And, you know, one thing that I've learned over the years, women and jet skis, the biggest concern is falling off of them things. That's every woman that I know who has fell off has no interest on getting on back in jet ski.
Me included.
Yes, it's a very common thing. And one of the problems is the men get carried away. Right. It's like, yo, just take it easy out there, you know? And of course he starts getting reckless. They fall off. The look on her face said everything. Get me up out of this water. Now, everybody has their different reasons. Some are scared because they can't swim. Others, they don't know what's in the water. They're worried about fish. I think that was her, what they said.
Oh, baby. You're so fine right now.
Thank you, baby. Appreciate you.
No, but I do want to say something.
What's that?
Do you see? Okay, so Justin was having a conversation with, what's the girl name of the lady? Rashina, and basically saying, can they get into that floaty thing?
Yeah.
But who was in there with Rashina?
Who?
Chaz. Rashina said no to Justin. She wasn't doing it. Chaz got her in there.
Chaz, everything. Yeah.
King Chaz.
Yeah, so, you know, whatever. Mika's out of the water. They didn't show, you know, any interaction after that. But it's clear that she was probably bothered by it and wishes she never did it.
All right, y'all. So in the next scene, the camera pans over to the kitchen where Maya is, and she's having a conversation with LaRon. And she basically says in like the confessionals that, you know, she's willing to give LaRon a chance because she's kind of feeling some type of way about William. And so she basically expressed that. But while they're talking, the camera, they done tried William, y'all. The camera pans over to William. What is that thing called?
It's just a big floaty.
A big floaty.
Yeah.
And William is jumping on the floaty with no shirt on. His stomach is jumping right along with him. And then he tried to do a flip, and it was just weird, awkward, half flip.
It's like he starts slipping off.
Slipping
while
flip.
flipping. Yeah.
Slipping while flipping.
Yeah.
But yeah, they done tried William. They did not need to do that. But nonetheless, Maya and LaRon is in the kitchen having an amazing conversation. Actually, it seems like a good connection, right?
Yeah.
Like they had a lot in common. And this is the first time I see Maya like really smiling while she's talking to somebody. Seems like she's able to relate to him. And actually looking at him in the eyes, because y'all know Maya don't look at nobody. So it was cute. I actually thought the conversation was really a good conversation. It seemed like they really had a lot in common. And LaRon seemed pretty smitten. And, you know, they both seem really excited about each other. And I really do think this relationship might be a bit more appropriate than William and Maya, because they both don't have any kids. They're both pretty young. They still like to party. They understand each other. They don't have kids. That responsibility isn't there. And she understands him because she enjoys partying. They're still young. So, yeah, I just think they're better suited for each other from what I see right now. And I have a feeling that he is going to take Maya from William.
I agree. I don't think it'll be that hard right now. The biggest question that I would have is, what does LaRon do with any of the other women at this point, right? So
what other women?
I didn't know that he was able to get positioned with Maya to this point.
Oh, so what do you mean?
What I'm saying is he could make mistakes. He could misstep.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Remember, it's a whole weekend.
Exactly. And he seems a little, I don't know, he seems like he lacked confidence, right?
Yes.
And he needed a green light for him to come for Maya. You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
But we'll keep seeing. Maybe you want to add anything to that?
No, I just, you said everything. I mean, they're very aligned. I mean,
yes.
The fact that they both don't have kids, they both work from home.
Yeah. I don't know about that, if that's an alignment, baby. Because you work from home and I don't.
Yeah.
And it works for us.
Exactly, yeah. And it could actually be a problem for certain people.
Yeah, just being all over each other all the time. So,
that's true. But we will see.
We shall see.
All right, so in the next scene, we have Patrice and Chaz, okay? Mm-hmm. And it just starts off cringy. You know, Patrice very direct, like, yo, what's up? Why didn't you call me? Da-da-da. And he's like, look, I don't even have your number. I never saved it. So apparently there was a transfer at some point, but, you know, he didn't save it, and he didn't care to ask for it again at any point in the process. So, I mean, you know, I hate to speak for women, but if a man...
I'll speak for him. If he wanted you, he would have got your number. If he didn't ask, that implies that he's really not that interested, okay? And if he's too shy to ask, that's not the man you want. Patrice was up there, like, auditioning and, like, selling herself, baby. I was like, girl, it's a major turn off. Like, at this point, the connection, as you can see, this man have 3-4 connections. He see you. You're there. If he wanted you, he would have came for you. Just like he came for Vanessa. Just like he came for Mika. Just like he came for, what's the other girl name? Rashina.
It's easier just to say just how he came for everybody in the whole cast.
Yeah, and just like he came for everybody in the whole cast. You're right about that, baby.
Yeah.
He did not come for you. You gave him your number. If he wanted you, guess what? He would have called. He would have saved it. But he did not. So that tells you, no need to audition, no need to sell yourself. Stick to Alonzo and stick to Mr. Hips.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, baby.
Yes. No, I'm with you 100%. You know, I've always been a fan of, you know, if a woman does find interest in a man, there's a way to show that. But not in this overly direct manner.
Exactly.
You know, not like Dee said, selling yourself, telling you what you could be missing. Like, what? You know what
you're missing? I'm dope. He should be able to see that. If he doesn't see it, you're not it. Just stop. That was so disturbing.
It was disturbing. But then, of course, in true Chaz fashion, another girl is feeling me? All right, let me just say what I need to say to get her wrapped around me.
Chaz is weak.
And what does he tell us? Something like, oh, well, you know, I didn't really know. You know, I guess I gotta see what this could be. And then that whole line about, I don't care what you have, I'm the man, and I'm just gonna make sure you good. Come on. Like, I do care what you have, because guess what? If we're gonna come together, we could build together, we could put what we have together. You know, but again, this is saying what he believes women want to hear, and apparently Patrice fell right into it.
Just like everybody else.
Because you saw that hug at the end.
That hug was hugging,
and guess who had eyes behind their head? Vanessa.
Vanessa tilted that neck, baby. Vanessa tilted
she did
that
an owl turn. Baby.
Oh my God.
What you call it? An owl neck, okay?
That head turned back. That's that.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna see what happens. Honestly, I don't see that going anywhere. But you know,
I don't see it going anywhere, to be honest. Chaz just know what to say. Yeah, I don't see it going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, let's go home, baby.
All right, so we have a few cut scenes to a few of the couples or potential couples. It started with Alonzo and Patrice. They were in the kitchen. Patrice was cooking. I guess she cooks with no seasoning. And Alonzo calls her on it. But, you know, it was just some playful banter. I think she stuck her middle finger up at him. You know, they definitely have a connection in that way. It seems strong up until Patrice says that her connections right now are Alonzo, William, and Chaz. But then she's like, Alonzo, yeah, he's still in the mix. I'm like, just last episode, you know, I thought it was a done deal.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of oof. She changed her mind quick. Chaz got him like that. I'm telling y'all. So be careful with these Chazes out here.
Right. So then they pan to Justin and Mika. I guess they're just sitting there talking. Justin was, explaining how he had all this water in his mouth when he was out there jet skiing, blah, blah, blah. But then he goes and makes a comment about Mika's buoys. I forgot exactly what he said specifically, but something like, we had them buoys out there, blah, blah, blah.
They should have been waved.
Of course, he's referring to her booty. It's like, come on, here we go with the sexual comments.
Yeah, I think he's referring to her butt or her boobs or both.
Yeah, I mean, buoys tend to be kind of big, so I'm going to say her butt, but who knows?
Her boobs are big too, baby.
They are. All right, so how about all four of them?
Yeah, one cheek, two boob.
Bottom line is, I've never been a fan of men jumping into these sexual comments. It's like, you don't have to do that. Things are gonna play themselves out, and you'll eventually, if things work out in your favor, you'll be playing with them boobies.
It's actually a turn off. I don't like when guys do that. I think it's a turn off.
Such a turn off.
I mean, I think there's a place and time for that.
Yeah. And then the last scene was Maya and William. They were playing ping pong, and the body language said it all. I mean, I think she completely cut William.
Baby, but was the body language ever there? Babe? I never seen Maya seem excited or smitten or overjoyed by William. So I feel like it's still consistent to what's been going on. I don't see anything different.
Well, I didn't see it this bad though. It's
bad. It's been the same to me. I don't see no difference.
Yeah.
All right. So in the next scene, the camera picks. And the next scene, it's Alonzo and Vanessa, and they're sitting at the table talking. And Vanessa asks Alonzo, "Do you feel like anyone here trusts you?" And he said Patrice. He feels like Patrice trusts him, but I didn't really understand his reasons. Did you understand his reasons? He was like, "I can be the fun guy," and so it must have been cut off because I don't really understand. It must be heavily edited because I didn't really understand why he thought Patrice trusted him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you get that?
Nope.
Okay. Nonetheless, Vanessa is so serious and so boring. Have y'all seen Vanessa chuckle? Have y'all seen her make a little joke? Have y'all seen her get unserious? It's like she's so serious and boring. I've been saying this from the very beginning. You gotta have more to you, and you come out very boring. So I don't know. She might make it to the end, but at this point, she does not look like she's checking for Chaz.
Yeah.
At all.
And I don't see any other connection.
No, there's no other connection. Nobody's, because she had already put her all into Chaz, and she claimed she liked Dominic, but now Dominic's gone, so it's just Chaz and her, and Chaz for her, and everybody for Chaz.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all. In the next scene, y'all. So Mika grabs Justin, but that is totally inappropriate. But he didn't seem to be annoyed by it. What'd you say?
No.
I mean, it's a double standard. I'm sorry.
No, it is a double standard. And at the end of the day, I said what I said about men, should not say sexual comments and stuff like that. Of course, when you get into a relationship and it's appropriate, that's fine. But when you're in those early stages. But, apparently some women aren't offended by it and they return the favor. Yeah. And I guess that's what Mika did.
She grabbed his butt and it looked a little soft, I ain't gonna lie. Like, do you do glutes? That booty looks so jiggly. Anyways, and then LaRon called shot o'clock. Babe.
Yeah.
When he did that, I'm like, we need to invite LaRon to a party. LaRon is lit, y'all.
It was a vibe in there.
I would love LaRon to come to one of our parties. Like, LaRon, if you want to come to one of our parties, let us know. We ain't paying you, though. Yeah. But nonetheless, yeah.
And Alonzo came in with the bonnet.
Yeah.
He's got energy, too.
He did. Oh, yeah. Alonzo need to come to one of our parties, too. Yeah, they lit. Yeah. And then LaRon and Maya is flirting, and he's basically, to me, I could be wrong, but it seemed like he was drunk talking, saying that you should let me be your man. We can do this together. We'll do big things together. Just saying a lot of, to me, I felt like it was drunk talk.
Yeah.
And I hope Maya didn't fall for that drunk talk.
Yeah.
I don't know if LaRon is able to be deep and vulnerable without the use of alcohol, or even open up without alcohol. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's what I got. And then the camera pans over to William and Patrice, who's having a bestie conversation. He's basically saying that he's going through a lot. He looked like he was kind of tearing up, and I felt for him. And, he said something about taking care of his father, and he has a lot on his plate right now. And Patrice gave him some great words of encouragement and some advice. And Patrice is just that all around girl. But honestly, that whole thing was friend vibes, bestie vibes, and yeah. And then the camera pans back over to LaRon, still over.
All over Maya.
Still all over Maya. But
Maya was able to wrap her hands around
LaRon.
She
did.
Not for long, though, but she did.
She did wrap her hands around him. Yeah, I ain't never seen Maya get that touchy-feely, so she must be feeling him. And then, baby, I'm going to let you talk about Chaz. Go ahead, baby. Go talk about your bestie.
Chaz, man. Proving everything that we all knew. You know, the man is single at 47 for a reason.
No self-control.
No self-control. Wants everything in the room. What was it that he said? That he couldn't be a Christian or something like that?
He's like, I'm not a Christian. I'm trying to be a Christian, but I'm not a Christian.
Gave in the temptation. Yeah, I mean, to me, you know, if you're 47 and you still lack the self-control to understand that, you know, you're nearing the end of this process, you need to be kind of settling on a specific connection, which we all thought was Vanessa, but yet, you know, you're still caught up in things that are getting thrown your way. You're probably drinking, so now your inhibitions are low, so you're entertaining anything that comes your way. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is not, by the way, if Vanessa thought that he was that guy, he is not that guy.
He's not.
You know what I'm saying? And then Rashina, you know, I really didn't expect anything different than Rashina. You know, she's feeding into it. She said that he's her connection, and I don't know that she even cares that he has a bunch of connections at this point.
No, she really don't care. She's not. I feel Vanessa, honestly, the way she feels, and I feel like Rashina don't really care. I guess she's not looking in, you know, closely at the situation at hand. It's very important. I understand this is a process, but at this point in the process, you should kind of be honing into someone. And Chaz still likes everybody. Like, there's not one person that doesn't. Right. Chaz is not connecting with, right?
Yeah. And I understand that, you know, they're supposed to stay true to the process and not pick someone right this second. But, I mean, at this point in the process, would any woman really be okay seeing what he just did to Rashina? I mean, you would probably not even consider him at this point. Is that safe to say?
For me, I would not consider him at this point. But I know everyone's different, and they're going to look at it as this is the process. He can do anything. But I'm always looking at little clues, and I think self-control is very important. And I look at you, you should be trying to impress me. This is your time to put your best foot forward. And you kissing another woman on live TV with strawberries and cherries in her mouth, it's just not putting your best foot forward. I know that this is a process. I know that you're not with me and you're free to do whatever you want. I don't own you. I understand that. But I just don't think that's the best move if you're really trying to get to know someone seriously, right?
I agree. And you know what? You're just showing who you really are.
Yeah, I agree. No self-control, Chaz.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add, sweetie?
That's it, Mama.
All right, let's keep it moving. We got a party to go to.
Yep. There you go.
All right, so in the next scene, they wake up in the morning. The ladies are in the kitchen, and they're having a conversation about what Rashina asked Maya, what are we going to do with Chaz? And he has all these connections, and Patrice turned around and said, I'm in it too. Yeah. Like she's part of the connection, which was a little weird. It came off a little thirsty-ish. Kind of.
I mean, yes.
I don't know. But yeah, basically they all saying that Chaz got a lot of connections. And he has 4 out of 5 connections, and the only one he's not connecting with, or who's not a strong connection for him, is Maya. Everyone else there he's connecting with. What were you going to say, honey?
No, Vanessa was like, you know, Chaz got himself into this situation, so we're going to see how he gets himself out of it.
Yeah, Chaz has no self-control. He's very thirsty, and you need to be able to hone in. There's something... See, you have to remember, early on in I think the first and second episodes, Chaz said that he like a natural look. He doesn't like the fake eyelashes. He doesn't like all the extras. If he's really true to that, 3 of those girls should have been eliminated. It should not be his type, right?
Right.
He should only be attracted to Vanessa, but clearly what he said, he's contradicting himself. But in the next scene, they're all having breakfast at the table, and all I saw was these white-ass waffles. Those waffles were so white. I don't eat waffles, but if I did, I know they're supposed to look a little brown, right, baby?
I agree.
Maybe have the crispy edges or something. At least pop them, put them in the toast or something. Anyways, so they're at the table, they're all having a conversation, and they put Chaz on the spot, basically asking him What is he gonna do? What did they ask? What are you gonna do with all these connections? Yeah, basically that's what they ask. And go ahead and answer it, baby. What was his answer?
No, so basically he came up with in my opinion, just a politically correct answer. I think he said all of the connections that he has, he could envision himself actually being with all these people. Like, come on, what kind of answer is that? That is not a truthful answer, okay?
Exactly.
These women are so different, But anyway, while he's saying this, Patrice is like, well, as long as I'm in the mix, Patrice is coming off extra thirsty right now.
I liked her last episode. I don't know if I like her now.
Yes, I was giving her a lot of credit with her approach and how she, she would know how to kind of flirt with a guy or kind of find a soft opening, if you will, to connect with a man. But what I'm seeing now, starting from that conversation she had with Chaz one-on-one, this is not a good look, Patrice.
And not only that, same Patrice. Actually, I kind of feel like Patrice is the female Chaz, baby. Because look at her. She got 3 out of the 4 connections, or 5 men that's there, right?
Yeah.
Now she got Chaz. And then on top of that, it's like, are you really feeling Alonzo or not? And if you are feeling Alonzo, like, why are you saying that in his face? Like, it's,
right.
I don't know, it's low-key disrespectful. I think for me, if I were to be dating all these guys, I would remain neutral. Yes. Ain't nobody gonna know they're above anybody.
Absolutely.
Unless I'm so sure and I'm done with everybody,
Yes.
That's it. But yeah, that was just a little too much for me. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, and the last thing is, I mean, to be one of those 4 women sitting there kind of like, oh, I'm just waiting to see what Chaz's decision is. It's kind of like, why are you putting yourself in that position at this point,
And I see, honestly, Vanessa seems so disturbed. She seems uncomfortable, and I highly doubt that she's going to choose Chaz. Or she's going to want to stay with Chaz. I feel like Vanessa's going to self-eliminate. And then William, I feel like William's at the bottom this week. Yeah. Actually, not at the bottom. I feel like he's going home. What you think, baby? Your prediction?
I think he's going home.
Who else is going? Is a guy? Who else is going to
That's it for me.
Honestly, they should send Chaz ass home because he got too many connections. He ain't making up his mind. And I would never want to go home with Chaz because I just feel like I'm second best. I would never feel like number 1.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, y'all, let's keep it moving.
All right, so now everybody's just kind of chilling out at the house, having conversations, and Tommy rolls up in his car, and we know what time it is. We gotta get the post of the women and see who's gonna be eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first Mika was up. Mika said that she has a connection with Justin. By the way, I didn't know that they had a connection like that, but seeing this episode right here, that seems like it's something. Right? I don't think it's anything heavy, but it's something.
I don't see it, but they say so.
All right. And then Patrice, she said that her connections were Alonzo and Chaz and William as well.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest with you. She was kind of thirsty for Chaz this whole episode. I didn't see much love being given to Alonzo or William for that matter. So I don't know where she stands at this point.
Right.
Rashina, she said her top connection was Chaz. We all saw the strawberry scene and all that. I guess she's gassed on that.
She mentioned that.
Yeah, and I don't think she even cares about any other connections. She's just checking for Chaz, and that's it. Vanessa, she said, surprisingly, honestly, that Chaz is still the top connection. But at this point, come on, she's hearing everything. I think the girls are all getting... good morning, beautiful text messages. He's running the same game on everybody right now.
Yeah.
And props to Vanessa for saying she's not going to do anything more. But I'm like, no, you need to take it a step further and cut this dude off. That's my opinion.
All right. But, okay. I think that they have to choose their number 1 connection. And she have to say somebody. So she said when she walked into this, into the house, he was her number 1 connection. That's all she has right now. So he's still the number 1 connection. But she's not really convinced.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So the highlight to me is that Chaz is running the same game on everybody. Period. So I hope none of these women think somehow they're at the top of that pack.
Yeah. Pay attention to character, y'all. But for some reason, I have a feeling that he would still go to the end because these women seem desperate. Like, except Vanessa so far. I don't know about Vanessa yet, but what she saw in this episode should be a turn off and she should be done with Chaz.
I agree.
Nonetheless, Tommy asks, who are you not feeling? Maya says she's not feeling Alonzo. It's just not a romantic connection there. Rashina said Alonzo. Also get friend zone, friend vibes. Patrice says LaRon. And Mika says Laurent and William. And the Vanessa say William. She says that she's very empathetic to what he's going through, but she just feel like it's a lot, and she doesn't know if she'd be able to support him through all that. And I agree with what Vanessa says. But
and by the way, I am glad that finally a lot of these women have realized, William brings a lot of baggage to the table. He really does.
In addition to like him being with being married twice. Well, divorced twice.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Adopted. First.
Yeah. Well, adopted, one. Being married and divorced twice. 3 kids, 2 baby mamas. I just don't know. He might be suffering from some like depression or something, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically, he talked to Patrice about he was kind of tearing up. It just kind of seemed like a lot. I feel bad for him. I really do, and I don't know if he's ready to date. And I don't know if his mental health took a toll on his past 2 marriages either. All right. Let's keep on going and see who got eliminated. Who you think, baby? So it seems like, let's say who we think is going to be at the bottom. It seems like Alonzo and William is going to be at the bottom.
Yes.
You agree?
And what's funny is I didn't even consider Alonzo, but the reality is nobody's really checking him other than Patrice.
Yeah, it's more friendly.
So I'm still going to go with William.
Yeah, William's going home. Yeah. That's what we say.
All right.
Let's go, baby. Do it, baby.
All right. It's elimination time, right? So Tommy comes out, everybody's together, lets everybody know one person has to go. Vanessa ends up being the person delivering the news. And by the way, well spoken, very articulate. I love her delivery. Mm-hmm. So to my surprise, Laurent was on the chopping block, but Alonzo and William were also there as well. We knew that in the case of Laurent, he it's really been hard for him to shape that party boy mentality or persona. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these women, they're just not living that type of lifestyle right now. They either have children or they're just not about that life. Maya was really the only one that was compatible there. So I guess I shouldn't be overly surprised. And his only connection really is Maya at this point. Everybody has kind of friend zoned him. Yeah. And then William, all that baggage. I think all the women even acknowledge that, you take a man on like that, the 2 marriages, 3 children, some of the things that he just has kind of showed and conveyed during this process, it's a lot of work, and a lot of these women already have kids, right? So, and then Alonzo came out, if you remember the first scene, skating in a park and, that real eclectic kind of personality, and then also that kind of non-serious personality, right? Always joking around, humorous. He hasn't really been able to shape that, And the one person that I thought that was compatible for him, which was Patrice, she clearly showed that the connection between them wasn't really about that eclectic compatibility, because look how quick she was to jump on somebody like Chaz, who is nothing like Alonzo, right? Exactly. And nothing like her, honestly. She's kind of got the hustle game going on, driving cars, different businesses. I don't personally see that to be compatible with Chaz's lifestyle, but she wants what she wants, so she thinks that's what she wants. Mm-hmm. So anyway, in the end, we thought we were gonna get a decision, and we were hung off at the commercial, waiting for the next episode.
But next episode about to be litty.
Yes, we all saw the preview. Wow!
Oh my god, I cannot wait! Oh my god! Yes. But y'all comment below. Tell me who y'all think is going home. We both collectively, we think it's William.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. Although it could literally be Alonzo or William. Both of these people have one. Well, actually, William has no connections at this
Patrice.
Point. Is she really checking for William? No, at this point.
Yeah, I got more friend vibes.
I got friends. So at the end of the day, nobody has.
Yeah, not really checking
any true like connection.
So I really think he's going home. Oh, I feel bad for him. I feel like he's gonna tear up when he goes.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Yep. He just seemed like he'd been through a lot. His life has always been tough. And those kind of people, it's so hard to reject them because they just been through so much. Maybe so much rejection in life. And it's sad. I would love to know his story, but I really feel bad for him. He's a sweet guy. At least he comes off. But Oh boy.
By the way, I don't like the comment that he made in the confessional at the end saying, well, if a person's not willing to deal with everything that I've been through, then they're not for me. Mm-hmm. No, sorry.
False.
We've all been through different things in our lives, but we have an obligation to try to work through those things. Exactly. So when we finally meet someone, we're prepared to not just dump a whole load of baggage on them.
Exactly.
Right? So,
and we talked about that in our communication episode. If you have not watched our Healthy Relationship series, part 1 and part 2 is up, so go ahead and check it out. And anything else you want to add, y'all, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We do have a goal of 50 subscribers by the end of April. And that's basically it. And on that note, TMD is
out.
Out.